Welcome to Satoshi Swiss Crypto. This is where we transform your crypto journey. Are you tired of constantly monitoring the market? Now you can trade like a pro without being glued to your computer with our $1,000 to $100,000 trading challenge for just $79 a month. You can automatically mirror my trades. Subscribe today and elevate your crypto game with Satoshi Swiss. Let's conquer the crypto world together. Press the first link in the description below to join. And let's now finally start with the video. The crypto community has gone insane. You might be surprised to learn that a Shiba Inu may suddenly come with a jail sentence. Is it really true? The news is nearly astounding in its craziness. If you're hanging on to Shiba Inu, the crypto world has completely gone insane, and you could end up in jail. I know you're thinking, oh my god, what is going on in the world? Alright, let me explain. Withdrawal. The cryptocurrency community was warned 2 years ago that a strict regulatory bill was imminent. Fast forward to the present, and it appears that their worst fears were realized when a new rule requiring the reporting of significant cryptocurrency transactions and the disclosure of sender information to the Internal Revenue Service, or IRS, was approved. There are now many unanswered questions in the cryptocurrency community regarding the interpretation and use of this regulatory move. Individuals actively engaged in Bitcoin trading or business activities in the US are now obligated to notify the IRS about any cryptocurrency transactions exceeding $10,000, according to a new analysis of an amendment to the US Internal Revenue Code. With effect from January 1st, this development has caused one of the specialists to clarify its ramifications. The expert stresses that anyone who receives $10,000 or more in Bitcoin, whether in a single transaction or a series of connected ones, ought to send the required information to the IRS as soon as possible and within 15 days. Failing to comply may result in possible criminal prosecution. The sender's name, address, social security number, amount received, date, and type of transaction are among the required details. How does that sound then? You mentioned decentralization and anonymity. It doesn't appear that way though. It appears that there may be a difference between the current state of affairs and the principles we identify with decentralization and anonymity. By requiring the reporting of significant cryptocurrency transactions and the disclosure of personal information to the IRS, the legislation appears to seriously undermine the fundamental ideas of decentralization and anonymity. Though the requirement for transaction reporting adds a layer of monitoring and centralization, the idea of a decentralized system often indicates autonomy and freedom from centralized control. Furthermore, the idea of anonymity, which is frequently connected to cryptocurrency transactions, contradicts the requirement for personal data, such as names, addresses, and social security numbers. The fundamental allure of cryptocurrencies is their capacity to grant consumers a certain level of anonymity and independence in their financial transactions. But it appears that the bill's provisions undermine the desired level of transactional anonymity by requiring the disclosure of private information. Considering how important anonymity and decentralization are to the Shiba Inu environment, the juxtaposition is quite fascinating. One of Shiba Inu's principal developers frequently highlights the importance of decentralization and how it affects each and every one of the parties involved. In Shiba Inu, the emphasis on decentralization goes beyond simply taste. It is based on the idea that by dispersing power and influence throughout the network, decentralization empowers people. Shiba Inu's focus on decentralization suggests a dedication to creating a welcoming and community-driven atmosphere. Shiba Inu's decentralized ideal appears to face yet another obstacle in the form of the recently passed regulatory bill. The bill's requirements for the mandatory reporting of transactions and the publication of personal information seem at odds with Shiba Inu's decentralized philosophy. This regulatory development signals the larger conflict between governmental control and the goals of some decentralized cryptocurrency initiatives, and it raises possible obstacles for Shiba Inu's decentralization efforts. A noteworthy query has been going around the Shiba Inu community in light of the recent release of Shibarium, a Layer 2 scaling solution for Shiba Inus. You may recall that the development team for Shiba Inu promised to burn 70 of the money collected in gas fees and turn it into Shiba Inu. This promise has drawn notice, especially after it was shown to have topped $1 million in just 4 months. But the present uncertainty stems from the IRS's impending arrival as a result of the recent regulatory bill's introduction. In light of possible regulatory scrutiny, the community is now wondering how a Shiba Inu development team intends to keep their burn pledges. Questions and discussions on the project's circumstances arise from the intersection of regulatory obligations and the pledge to burn a sizable percentage of revenue. Though the regulation law is a further barrier for Shiba Inu, the cryptocurrency has played a significant role in the breed's development and has demonstrated a strong ability to overcome obstacles. In the past, Shiba Inus have demonstrated an ability to overcome challenges and have regularly survived hardship. This adaptability of the project, the community's strong dedication, and the leadership's calculated approach to problem solving may all be factors in its resilience. Although the new regulation might be a challenge, Shiba Inus has demonstrated in the past that they are capable of overcoming challenges of this kind. The cryptocurrency has proven to be able to adjust to shifting conditions, come up with solutions, and stay the course in the face of outside pressure. This adaptability may give supporters of Shiba Inus hope that the initiative may weather the storm and carry out its decentralization goals in spite of the obstacles presented by regulatory developments. It is important to realize that in the world of cryptocurrencies, great ideas frequently face difficulties along the way. Overcoming these obstacles is a necessary part of the process of creating something truly new and influential. Every challenge faced and overcome adds to the project's resilience and strength as a building block. Without the accounts of obstacles overcome along the route, a project's evolution cannot be fully told. These difficulties demonstrate the project's potential and tenacity. Every challenge met is a chance for the project to demonstrate its flexibility and the power of its leadership and community. In other words, barriers are not a sign of weakness. Rather, they are an essential part of a great project's development. Overcoming obstacles helps a project define its identity, demonstrate its strength to the general public, and become a force to be reckoned with in the ever-changing cryptocurrency scene. There is one more thing, though, that deserves special attention. Recently, a thoughtful issue about the IRS's relevance in the context of cryptocurrencies was raised on Twitter. This topic was particularly noteworthy in light of the Securities and Exchange Commission's generally cautious approach to the crypto industry. The SEC's misgivings regarding cryptocurrencies are widely known, which has led to an intriguing dynamic in the regulatory environment. The forthcoming decision by the SEC on the first cryptocurrency ETF, specifically for Bitcoin, adds a fascinating element to this subject. If accepted, the ruling would represent a dramatic change that would enable tens of trillions of dollars to enter the Bitcoin market. The user's question in this regard implies that the IRS measure might only make sense in the context of a more developed and widely recognized cryptocurrency market, especially in light of the impending approval of a Bitcoin ETF. A possible approval for a Bitcoin exchange traded fund may be a sign that the legal framework, like the IRS bill, is setting itself up for a more mainstream and regulated cryptocurrency market. This intersection of regulatory developments raises interesting questions about the shifting dynamics and interactions between various regulatory authorities inside the cryptocurrency industry. To be honest, I'm baffled. If a Bitcoin ETF ultimately fails to receive regulatory approval, why would regulators expend time and resources attempting to oversee cryptocurrency? It's just not adding up. If they are not expecting a major milestone like the establishment of a Bitcoin ETF, then it seems illogical that they are actively working on laws like the IRS bill. A Bitcoin ETF's adoption, in my opinion, would be a watershed moment that would allow both institutional and public participation in the cryptocurrency space. One would question the purpose of regulators' attempts to control the cryptocurrency space if they weren't prepared for this change. It seems as though a more developed and reputable cryptocurrency industry will require greater regulation, and the current regulatory attempts may be a component of that larger plan. However, what are your thoughts about that? Please leave a comment below. I look forward to reading your thoughts. Make sure to click on one of the videos displayed on the screen if you're interested in learning more. We have now reached the conclusion of this video. Please like the video and don't forget to leave a comment in the comments box if you liked it. This is a huge assistance for the YouTube algorithm. Please spread the word about this video to as many people as you can. Let us disseminate this news.